Hey Pisces, welcome to your April 2021 general reading. This is general, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You don't have to hold it. So you may get a little, you may get a lot. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and midheaven. I really like doing that. So for those of you who are familiar with astrology and your natal chart placements, go check it out. Try it. So Pisces, what I picked up for you was put your money where your mouth is, Pisces. I feel like that's important. It's like you got to really pay attention to what you speak and making sure that you're willing to invest. Because I feel like some of you out there talk a lot of game, but aren't willing to take always the actions that align with what you're speaking, or vice versa. So it's time to seek alignment, dear Pisces, to really make sure that you're putting forth your best effort, putting your best foot forward, as many would say, right? So anyways, to get us started, I'm going to pull three major arcana cards just to lay out the foundation of your energy, what's in store for you this April. And, while I'm doing that, check the description box below on how to book a one-on-one reading with me if you'd like a more personalized experience. If you'd like to send some love, there's a donate link, as well as for you who are learning tarot, I have a tarot course. So be sure to check that out. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So we have the Lovers card in reverse, we have the Empress, and we have the World card. So some of you are... I am so sorry about that, Pisces. For some reason, my phone decided to stop recording. So, all right, let's get back to it. We were talking about the Lovers card, the Empress, the World card. All right, I feel like some of you are resisting some type of movement, possibly travel. I understand that, but there's some type of new experience and you're trying to put, it's like you're putting something off or it's being put off naturally. And I feel like it has a lot to do with you kind of being on guard, ever watchful, like ready to just like the way that she's holding this scepter. It almost feels like you're either ready to like smash a button, an emergency like eject button or something. It's like you want to get out of some type of situation immediately and you're sitting tight and it's like you're doing your best to relax. Like it looks like she's leaning back, but she's actually like sitting up straight, super alert, looks relaxed, but is super alert. And I feel like it's like you're trying to just keep up appearances and maintain, but there's part of you that has some type of attention, like you're looking, something has your attention, you're looking out for something. And it also could be like you have this laid back attitude, but you're also, if someone comes in correct, you're ready to kind of bash it, like to bop them on the head, like a whack-a-mole or something. It's like, Pisces could have chosen anything, but they chose violence. And it's kind of like that again, put your money where your mouth is. So I feel like either you need to do that or you're recognizing where people need to step up and fulfill their ends of the deal. You're over the top. You want action at this point, and you're sitting there and you're just like, I'm ready, but are you? And with this Lovers card, it's like you're waiting for a choice to be made. I also feel like you've up-leveled your energy in so many ways. Like you've really shown up and done your best, done everything you can. But I feel like there's something, it's like Princess and the Pea energy, where she is like laying on this stack of mattresses. And it's just that one little tiny pea, that little thing that creates this disturbance, this lack of rest or restorative space and time. And it's like, I feel like it's important for you to get that rest. It's important for you to make sure you have that space to be fresh and on top of your game. So there may be something about having to go back into your foundations, having to check everything, that like having to check all the things that are important in some type of situation, going back to basics to make sure everything is in proper order. Because I wouldn't want the fruits of your labor to go rotten, Pisces. So make sure, double check any and all paperwork that you have going on. Make sure that you're not too quick to make a choice. You know, you may have your heart in something, but that doesn't mean that everything else is in alignment with it. You know what I mean? So just making sure that everything is good so you don't risk burning yourself out trying to make it okay later is what I get. Just pay attention to what's being illuminated, what is coming up for you, being super present. I also feel something about antiques too is coming up for some reason. So maybe you're someone who really just collected some type of antique or got something or really interested in antiques. I don't know what it is, but also like maybe something about like dining. I'm also getting something about dishes. Maybe you're doing the dishes or something. But either way, it's like, yes, you may feel confident, but if there's some type of disturbance or some type of thing that's keeping you like, it's like, what is it and how can you move through it? How can you adopt a more relaxed approach? Because I feel like whatever's being put off or whatever you're putting off is like you're just waiting for it to kind of be revealed or unwrapped or in some form, shape, or quality. And so it's like it's like you're just playing this waiting game, but it's like anxious waiting. Underneath, we have the high priestess. So I feel like with this, it's like, pay attention. You're going to notice, okay, Pisces, I feel like you're going to have an epiphany at some point. You're going to be in the middle of doing something and it's just going to hit you a way to change your approach. And it'll be rather sudden. It's like you're going about your business because once you release the expectation or whatever it is that is creating this tension, this alertness, this having to sit up, you know, it's like it's creating kind of a crick in your arm. You're not able to get as much accomplished. It's like she's not fully leaning back. She's sitting up like this. And it's like everyone's like, yeah, the Empress is relaxed. It's like, no, she isn't. She's like kind of holding it down in some way. She's alluring, but to what degree is, you know, she going to offer you something or is she going to punish you in some way? And so it's like, I almost feel like you're on this like teeter-tottering between like the fear of what could happen versus what you want to happen. But anyways, the high priestess with this card, I feel like you're going to have an epiphany and you're going to figure out a different way to get what you want. And then we have this justice card here. And I feel like after this epiphany, the way is going to be very straightforward to you. It's going to make a lot of sense. Maybe you're going to have a nice clear pathway for the next few months in order to get that restorative balance that you seek, to be able to get rid of whatever pee is stuck under your stack of mattresses. But one thing that I find super interesting here is this high priestess and this justice card, you know, having the whole deck sandwiched between these two cards. It's like you're at a threshold, you know, you are there. You haven't yet quite crossed into a space, but you can see it. You know, it's like, it's almost like you're being announced into another space. And I feel like this is like kind of about fantasy versus reality versus, you know, reality versus expectation in some way. And I feel like wherever you felt like things have been unfair, it's coming into balance. But at the same point in time, you've got to find faith through being a little bit more creative. I feel like you feel like there's one way to move forward and it's like you're not allowing yourself as much leeway as you could. Maybe sleep in a different position and the pee wouldn't be hurting your back, right? I don't know. Or like find a different, I don't know. But anyways, it's really interesting. And it's just like something about having to, what do I want to say here, Pisces? I feel like there's a little bit of a group effort that needs to be kept up or maintained or for you to be part of in some way. I also feel like you could do better. You could do a better job of taking care of yourself in terms of health. Maybe that antique plate thing that I was thinking earlier may have something to do of ways that have nourished you that are now antiquated. They're no longer working, no longer necessary. Maybe certain things have just become distractions and are not actually allowing you the type of satisfaction that you seek. And so it's just like you're ready for something new, but you're kind of wasting your time waiting on it. You're wasting your time pushing things back, resisting things. It's like you're not really telling the universe what it is, right? You're waiting to be told what it is. And there's a difference. And it's like, yeah, not everything is on our time, but I feel like we bring a certain amount of influence based off of how we're responding to our immediate environment, how we're responding to our now moment. And it's like you are hopeful, but do your actions and like, does the rest of you match that? I don't know, Pisces. All right, so let me pull a few other cards here, and we'll just get into what else lies in wait. Go a little bit deeper in all of this. So I had a card kind of fly out and fall on the floor here. We have convention. Throw it out. Get it out of here. Just rip this card. But it was like the way that it fell was like it was being discarded. Convention is being discarded. Thinking out of the box. Get yourself out of the box. And this is Venus in Capricorn. Yes, okay. And it's like, I feel like you take on certain responsibilities and things that you feel like you have to. And you're ready for something different. At the end of the day, it's been comfortable. It's been nice, but bye. It's almost like it's kind of it. You want more variety. You also want something a little more like exotic, tropical, warm, nice, relaxing. I feel like you've been in this space that has felt really strict, rigid, stark. Is that a good word for it? I don't know. It's like been like kind of one tone, one color. I don't know. And it's like you've been feeling the winds of change for some time, but have you actually gone out to face them? Here we have Quarrel. All right. The main event, Pisces. I feel like there are some empty promises being made. I feel like it's like two sides fighting a battle where neither side is maybe gonna win necessarily. I feel like in a way it's just creating room for another era to step in and then make the same mistakes as the previous one if things aren't being approached from a new way of being or thinking or behaving. Because me thinking about that Empress card, everyone says she's relaxed, but I don't see her being super relaxed. And independence here. And I love how that card kind of mirrors the world in a way, like having this, feminine figure within a sphere being highlighted by a sphere. And I feel like something about your vibration. You got to really, like, this is the moon in Aquarius. Okay, cool. I feel like it's like you got to be able to speak from the heart and to put more heart into what you do. I feel like you allow other circumstances to snatch you from your emotional center, which puts you in spaces where you may be kind of codependent. And when you seek independence, it's like you got to claim it. You got to act like it. You got to be independent to claim independence. It's as simple as that. And it's like, but at the same time, it's like you feel like you need to be around or beholden to others in order to get your inheritance, get what is owed to you. Pisces. Okay, so this is Saturn and Scorpio. Yeah, and so it's like you've created this confusing enigma in your mind where it's like you want to choose your own adventure, but you wrote everything to where it's in kind of like a loop almost. And so there's no escape when you get so caught up in your mind. And I'm loving the juxtaposition of some of these cards in this reading, Pisces. And I feel like it's a choice. You're at a crossroads. Look at this. I'm loving this. And like those two cards next to each other is perfect. And I love how it's 8-11 or 11-8, which would reduce down to 10, which would be 1, which would be a beginning. You know, it's like figure out ways in which you can become more independent, self-reliant, trusting in oneself, right? And not expecting so much to just be handed or offered to you. And I feel like that's been the theme throughout a lot of April for many people, is making changes in order to initiate things. It's a very this is a month of initiations across the board, to be quite honest with you. I just saw 1313. What? Anywho, on the time stamp recording this. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, at the center of this, you've created some myth or idea of self, right? That is keeping you trapped, is keeping you kind of as a slave to what seems like much larger forces, when in fact it feels so large because it's caught within the infinity of who you are. You know, it's something that I feel like maybe even through past lives you've eternally had to navigate in some form or fashion. And I feel like can you break through it this time? All right, here we have the 3 of Pentacles. You know, I was talking about talking about independence. It's very interesting that that came up, but it came up under convention. Here we have the 9 of Swords, but it came up reversed. So releasing those worries, allow yourself to rest and be easy. You know, allow yourself the chance to be like, to conserve your energy, you know, to not allow things to be weighed out against you. Yes, because then 5 of those swords taken away. Once we take the conflict out, once we move away those conflicting thoughts, we're able to rest within clarity and not have to give rise to our emotions here. I am loving this, Pisces. Here at the bottom, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So have faith that, you know, whatever seems out of balance now in terms of your resources or your health, it is up to you in order to bring that balance. It is up to you to be the authority, to set those boundaries, to create the space for it, because you can't keep putting things off, because you will never attain what it is that you actually want. And you will always be caught within these codependent cycles that are just not sustainable for you, Pisces. We have the Queen of Swords. So again, this is kind of like a lesser version of the Justice card to me. It's about gaining clarity. It's about being a fair judge. It's about, you know, like making sure that you know what to cut yourself from based off of what you're willing to accept. And so it's time to get serious, Pisces. It's time to find your way toward warmer, brighter shores. Like, the sky is clear, everything is safe, and sometimes you have to leave the flock in order to leave what you thought was your flock in order to find spaces that are willing to accommodate you. So yeah, anyways, that's what I have for you. If you would like a more personalized reading, just check out the description box. I'll be here. Until next time, bye, Pisces.